So Baby Keem has just dropped a new banger with Kendrick Lamar called Family Ties, and this is such an interesting time for hip-hop fans because we are eating all over the industry. So we've just gotten a Donda live stream. Apparently there was going to be a CLB single coming out tonight. That did not happen, but we did get this new Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar single, which is absolutely fucking fantastic.
It's crazy.
You get it. You know, it's crazy because Kendrick Lamar has been inactive, let's say, since 2018, since the Black Panther track list, and now he's coming back and sounding at top shape, and he's rapping at these crazy flows and speeds, and I'm all for it. So guys, we are going to be going through Family Ties, the new single with Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. There's a lot to look forward to with this. So going into the track, man, what were your first expectations when you saw the trailer the other day? And has that trailer lived up to the hype for you?
I was definitely enticed by, you know, the new persona of Oklama, and to see Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar finally collabing was a huge moment. And by the way, guys, let us know in the comments your thoughts on this new banger, because I absolutely loved it, man. I mean, to me, it always takes Kendrick to light the fuse under the rap game, and he's done that again. And he literally starts off his verse by saying, "I'm smoking on your top 5." And I just love that he always brings that competitive spirit. And even the production on this, it starts off with these triumphant horns and these trap drums, and we get 3 beat switches thanks to Cardo, Out of Town, and a couple of other producers. So everything checked off every single mark in my book, from the production to the performances. I mean, Baby Keem starts off with a stop and go flow, and, you know, actually proves to people that you can't put him in a box. Like, he can actually fucking rap. So everybody performed here, but Kendrick, to me, is definitely the standout. I mean, it's just insane what he did.
It's absolutely insane, and I love how the song starts off with these really loud horns, and it kind of gets you already engaged into the track. And then as soon as Kendrick goes into the second verse, there's this crazy beat switch, and the track gets a whole lot darker. And actually, the music video changes with it as well. So they did drop visuals for this, and it kind of gives me like maybe a bit of a Quentin Tarantino vibe with like the scenes in the scene 2 with like the bright orange, and then after that the black background. So maybe that was an inspiration. Also, we saw that there was a clip or a moment in the video that resembled to the ballerina scene in Runaway from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So that was cool to see as well. But overall, I love the vibe, and it's just like Kendrick's at his best lyrically here. Like, he's just showing no sign of slowing down. I'll read out a couple of lines here. "I am the Omega, PG Lang, Rolly Gang, SIE, don't you address me unless it's with 4 letters. Like, this guy's coming through, and he's on full confidence mode. Like, when you saw that New Thoughts folder on the website that read out www.oklama.com, he was projecting this really calm energy, and we thought maybe he'd come in and maybe a bit more mellowed out, create something that, you know, might be different, but he's aggressive, dude. He's super aggressive and seems locked in.
And he starts off with this double time flow, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And to me right now, Kendrick is competing with himself. Like, there's no one that's really wanting to take that top spot, which he has, to me, in my opinion, right now. And you get biblical imagery on bars like, I answered to Metatron and Gambriel, which, you know, he always does that, bringing in these biblical references, and that's dope. And then, you know, to me, what really amazed me is the vocal shifts and the tone shifts when you get like that flow where it's like new flows coming, be patient, brother, where he kind of just changes his voice up. It's just phenomenal. And even just him talking on his boss shit with bars like, "One daughter, but they all my sons in this bitch." The double entendres behind that, mixed in with this delivery and this hunger from Kendrick, was fucking phenomenal. And not to mention the back and forth at the end between Keem and Kendrick. They absolutely slid on this. And like I said, man, they just checked off every box for me. And at this point, like, it just excites me for what's new and what's going to be coming, not only for Keem, but also with Kendrick, because this is his big return. You know what I mean? We got a verse from him last year for Look Over Your Shoulder on the Busta Rhymes album, but that was an older verse. And this is the first time we're hearing a fresh verse from Kendrick in 2 years. And this is going to be it's going to be seriously in my rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be one of the best records of the year, excuse me, if it already isn't, you know, after a couple of hours of it being dropped. But let's talk about what we could see from Baby Keem, because now we have 3 singles that may be a part of the Melodic Blue experience. So we have Do Rag Activity, we have this, and then we have Hooligans. So those 3 are for toss-up, and I mean, if those 3 are on the album, holy fuck, dude. Like, this could end up being a great fucking project, and could carry a lot of weight. So how did you feel about, you know, Baby Keem showcasing this album with Kendrick, and Kendrick doing his whole, let's say, reveal of Oklahoma and maybe the new types of styles he's going to go in through this new Baby Keem single, and maybe not a song of his own?
It's brilliant because he's taking us to this new chapter of PG Lang, which is, you know, his new record label. At least that's what it seems like. It's kind of labeled as a creative project now.
The only indication that we do have that it is a record label, excuse me, is if you go underneath the Apple Music file where, you know, you could access the single, you're gonna see where all of the record labels and all of like the producing records are credited. You're gonna see PG Lang there. So I had picked up on that. It probably will be. So this is gonna probably end up being the first project under PG Lang. Super excited to hear it, because already starting off on a super strong note. Not only that, but you saw the immense branding with the PG Lang flag in the video. So it seems like everyone's on their shit and everyone's trying to really push forward with this new collective, because it was revealed to us not too long ago that Kendrick will be producing his final album with TDE, and then he's going on to concentrate on PG Lang.
I think he's going to put everybody on blast, man. I think he's going to come here and just take no shit. And, you know, like he said, 2021, I'm taking no prisoners. You know what I mean? Like, he's ready to go full force. And what Baby Keem is doing as a rising star right now is super impressive, because he has kind of this kind of, I would say, hazy delivery, but he can actually spit. And he proved that here with some really nice flow switches that complemented the beat switch and just smooth transitions from this song. And at this point, like you said, with Do Right Activity, with Hooligan, and now Family Ties, he's gone 3 for 3, and this is one of the best songs of the year, without a doubt.
Let's talk about how these singles have been rolled out, because if we want to talk about rollouts and the proper way to do it, it's obviously by showcasing the best work on that album, or the stuff that you think would be the most marketable. And the fact that he's gone 3 for 3 before even dropping this album is super impressive, because, you know, we know what Die For My Bitch did, and we know the cult fan base that got Baby Keem. Obviously, you had massive songs like Orange Soda that did major success for Baby Keem, but now I feel as if he's going into a completely different area with this new sound. And a lot of people may categorize Baby Keem as trap to a certain extent, because a lot of his production is heavy 808 based. And I was looking through some comment sections on Twitter, and some people were having some fights underneath our tweets, being like, "No, Baby Keem's trap," and then "No, he's not," and then. But that's the thing I like about him, though, is that you can have that argument that he fits into whatever lane you want him to fit into, and it sounds great.
He's just so stylistically unique. I feel like you can't put him in any box. I mean, if anything, maybe he's experimental trap, but the sounds that I'm hearing from him...
I think that's a good comparison, actually.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I think that does make sense, more or less, because it depends, though, because if he completely reinvents himself with this next album, we'll have to talk about, you know, what type of styles he's going into and all the different types of things. But nonetheless, it's like, if Kendrick is executive producing this album... Maybe, because the thing is that we know that he's had a heavy involvement in all of this. Maybe it's going to be some top-level shit that's going to see Baby Keem, you know, transform himself and, you know, try to experiment with different flows and different production styles. So
100%.
I'm here for all of it. I think that this is one of the best records of the year so far, guys. And we had to come through and deliver this review reaction because... besides the fact that this is a great song, Kendrick has been inactive for nearly 3 years now, since the Black Panther soundtrack. And he's back with a vengeance. And he's back with a great verse, guys. So I thank you guys for watching throughout all this video. NFR will be keeping you updated through all of the biggest rollouts of the year. So this includes Baby Keem's and Kendrick. So once again, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching the video. It's always a pleasure doing content for you guys. Listen, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because we're doing album reviews, and we actually have our series called Everything We Know, where we take you guys through the whole album rollout of the hottest releases of the year. Not only that, guys, but our Patreon plan is now live. You guys could access that in the bio. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.